Hey guys, my name's Ken Hushman and today I'm going to be checking out modern metal riffs. And this is like the second time I've done a video like this. The first time was when I checked out my other competition entry for the Mayonnaise Riff Hard competition, which you guys can check out somewhere along here in the cards. But for now today, what we're going to be doing is looking at my entry for the Neural DSP riff competition, where Neural DSP supplied a drum track which people were asked to write a minute of riffs over it. Ever since I uploaded the video entry for the competition, which if you guys haven't seen, you can check it out up here, I'll be getting a lot of questions on how to actually play the first part of the riff. The first part of the riff is very jumpy, very gallopy, and it's a lot of focus on your picking hand, with not so much on your fretting hand, and people want to know exactly how to play it because it is pretty cool sounding. If you guys haven't heard it yet, I'll quickly play it now so you get the idea. Okay, so before we start, this is in drop A flat or drop G sharp, whatever you feel more comfortable with, it's just the same thing. And the only two strings that we're going to be using throughout the whole riff is the 7th string and the 5th string. The two A flats or the two G sharps. I'd also like to mention that I am using Fort and Nameless from Neural DSP right now, and the only thing that I've done is literally opened it up, turned oversampling on high and just pushed the gate up a little bit. And I haven't changed any amp settings, any cab settings, or any of the pedal settings. Everything you're hearing is as it is out of the box. Pretty good. So to tackle this riff, the way I like to think about it is splitting it up into 4 sections of 6 and 2 sections of 4. Within the sections of 6, I also split it up into 3s. So I do 2 sections of 3s every 6. It's just easier for me to count, and you'll see why in a minute. I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The purpose of it being 4 lots of 6 is that every time the intervals change, that's a set done. So the way I like to think about it is first set, second set, third set, fourth set, and then just the 2 runs of 4 at the end. Piece it all together slowly. And when you split it up into the 3 within the 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, what you get is every time you play a set of 3, it's played the exact same way throughout the whole riff. And what I mean by that is you always start with an open note that you let ring out, then you hammer on, and then you play a dead note. So to put that into practice, we're just going to do the first interval. I won't tell you what the notes are yet, I just want you guys to get the picking down first. So just playing that first interval over and over. Notice that when I cut it into 3s and I say, like I was saying before, open note, hammer on, dead note, articulation, piece it together and you get 6. The trick is that whenever you play a dead note, you lift your hand up off the string straight away so you can let that next open note ring out. It's kind of like you're dancing with the strings. So basically, once you get that down, that's pretty much majority of the whole riff. You just move these 2 notes across the fretboard. So yeah, with not picking the fretted notes, you'll notice that every time I do pick, it's an open note. And anytime it's fretted, I hammer it on. And when you hammer on the notes, you always hammer on the 7th string first, and then you hammer on the 5th. So the numbers or the frets for those hammered on notes are 13 and 12, 12 and 10, and then 10 and 12, so you switch your fingers, and then 12 and 13. And then the last 2 runs of 4 are just 13 and 12, 12 and 10 again. So when you piece all of that together, So basically, if you just practice that little run with the gallops of 3s in the 6s and then those last 2 sets of 4, you pretty much just got the whole riff down. The way I like to think about that riff is to cut it in sections of 4. So there's 4 sections of 4 in that riff. But the thing is that the first half of the riff is picked the exact same as the second half. So once you get the picking right for the first half, then you can pretty much play the second half as long as you change the notes accordingly. So I'll just teach this as it is, note per note, because it's just easier that way. So you're going to start with picking on 13, pulling off to 0, and then hammering on 10 and 12 on the 7th string. So that's the first set of 4. Alright, second set of 4. You pick the open string on the 5th string, and then you hammer on 10, slide to 8, and pull off back to 0. So when you piece those 2 sets of 4 together, that's the first half. When you piece it together and play it slowly, it just sounds something like this. So yeah, that's how you play the intro to my riff entry of the new DSP riff competition. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions or you'd like me to explain something further, please let me know in the comments below. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Ciao.